Right. So, as I just said in the cleaning video, which was like 5 minutes ago, pretty much, you can see it's still clean. Pretty much 5 minutes ago. Yeah, how to celebrate a clean teaware, make it tea stained. But before I do that, this is the tea I'm going to review. Well, have a look. It's Asamiya Black or something. I don't know how to pronounce this, but I guess so. That's that. Right. Okay, this is a Japanese tea. Alright, wasn't aware of that. I got it such a long time ago from Mei Leaf. Yeah, if you haven't guessed, this is from Mei Leaf as well. And I know I said a couple of videos ago that I am not going to buy any, but yesterday I watched a video about tea, got excited, and I bought 2 teas, a tea cake and a Yakuro that I am going to review with my other clay. But today is black tea, so it's the nixing pot. So this is from Japan, from 400 meters. Okay, and picking is young leaves. Right. And it says bright, bold and sweet wakaucha. I have no idea what is that. Blackcurrant, lemon tart, sugar syrup, poppy seeds and root beer. Never had root beer before. Or maybe I have I don't know. Well, if you count ginger as root, then I had ginger beer before. But anyway, so it sounds very promising. Let's see if it is the same as the label says. Right, but first let's put this out of the way. Put it there, put this there, put the pot there, because I need to put this into a tin. Right, so I'm not going to use the top one because I kept a Longan Lapsang in it, and it's empty. It is empty, but full of smoky notes, and I don't want the smoke to have an effect on this, right? Because this is not a smoked tea, and I have a bit more of the Longan Lapsangs wrapped up like this, which I will put later on in this tin. But at the moment I thought it's better to keep it in this box, because it's pretty much in a bag, which is in the box, which then is cling filmed and heat and shrink wrapped, so it's pretty airtight, okay? So this is why I thought it's better to keep them in this box rather than keep them in the tin and don't touch it for a year or so, you know what I mean? Because I was reviewing black teas with this nixing pot, but then life happened and I was simply too busy to do them. But anyway, what I need is to remove these labels, and this is why I have multi-surface wipes, because what I have noticed is that if you just put the label on, they tend to peel off a little bit, not much but a little bit, so I thought I will give it a little bit of a cleaning there, so the new label will stick better. So let's put this away into the bin. As Marty would say, in the bin it goes. Right, come on now. There. So let's get one wipe out, and I put this hand inside. This one I won't put it inside, okay? And I just wipe it here, just to make sure it's clean and sticky, and wipe it there. Right, this can go into the bin. And now I have to rinse my hand, because I don't want to touch the leaves with the multi-surface wipe hand, obviously. hand is nice and clean now. Let's make it dry, come on. There. Now, let's just make sure it's dry. Use your t-shirt, why not? Use your teeth. And then it opens. Way into the bin. So what happened was that I ran out of space on the card, on the SD card in the recorder, so I had to save things on the computer and erase the things that I don't need. Back to the tea. So this is a Japanese black tea. Never had Japanese black tea before. The season is 2019 June, so pretty much 2 years old. Let's see. Right. Okay. There are some nice big leaves in, but there are some smaller ones as well. So it's a bit of a mix and match. Black and brown leaves. There are broken bits in it as well, but hey. First, let's stick the labels on quickly. Don't waste too much time with this. Label off. Oh, that is interesting. I will show you in a minute. So it looks like somebody, before they put the labels on, written Asamiya on there. Don't know if it focuses. Yeah. Never seen that before. Peel the label off and secrets reveal. Yeah. Well, anyway, go to the back. Come on now, little corner, peel off. There. Right. So this is done. Let's open this one up. Yay! Let's use the blunt one. It's not too blunt. Still cuts. Brilliant. Okay. What hit me first was the beetrooty notes and with a little bit of a ginger beer thingy. So it was okay, that was interesting. Let's just put it into the tin. But there's no oxygen absorber with it. Is there not really? Okay, it might be in the middle of the batch, but I can't see any oxygen absorber. Let's put these ones back. And yeah, I will be back in a sec. So I cleared up my mess a little bit, and I got my tea scoop out for observing the tea. Let's take this out and let's put the leaves there. I think that should be the right amount. Actually, there are not as many broken leaves as I saw in the bag. They are quite nice big leaves. I will make a picture of it and I will put it somewhere into the video. Right, So let's put this there. There, where is this? Put it on top. As you can hear, the kettle is boiling. Well, actually the water is. So I will need 95 degrees water, so it's a little bit hotter. So what I will do, I will boil the hell out of the water, put a little bit of cold water in it, and hopefully it will be that amount of temperature I need. Anyway, let's put this there. Yeah, I see what they meant by this root beer notes. That's what I'm getting. You know, when you have ginger beer and you have that really freshy, zingy smell with the bubbles. I don't get any charred wood that normally you get. I don't get any chocolate or whatsoever. Just that zingy, freshy notes. What else did they say? They said bright, yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit. Maybe there's a little bit of fruity note in it, but I don't know. It's just a dry leaf yet, so. But it's quite. I like it because it's different. This is why I like the London Lapsang as well. It's not because it tastes the best tea ever, but it's different. So I rather have 3 kinds of tea, but they are different, than 3 kinds of tea and they taste the same. What's the point, right? You want different ones. Let's put this away. There. Let's open up the teapot. Let's get it out. Look at that. It's in that little pouch. Protect your clay. And whoa, nixing. Brilliant. Got that out. Put that into the box. And I warm everything up. And I will be back in a sec. So I put hot water in there, which I poured over here to keep this warm. And yeah, careful. Be very careful. I think this amount of leaf should be enough. Let's have a look. Yeah, pour half of it on the side. Come on. And as I mentioned before, be careful with this clay because as it has this edge, if you will have any tea here, then it won't close perfectly. And if it won't close perfectly, the tea will come out everywhere. You don't want that, so careful with that. Let's put the leaves in. Come on, stop sticking on my finger. There. What's this? There. Okay. So let's just wait a bit, shake it about. Just careful because it's hot. Sniffing time. Oh, hang on, this is tight. Okay, this is weird. It's unlike any other black tea I have smelled before, but look at the tightness on this. I could nearly lift off the whole clay. I'm not really sure what I'm smelling. It's very strange. It's the first thing that comes into my mind would be potato, but it's not potato, but definitely something rooty. Look at that. Yeah, don't do that because you might break your clay, and since it's 100 quid, plus VAT, around that, you don't want to do that, so maybe I shouldn't. Funny enough, I can smell notes like what I would smell in a curry, but not the fennel seed or whatsoever. It would be more like the curry leaves itself. Very strange. As I said, it's completely something different than. And there is a little bit of a brightness in the smell, but oh, this is definitely strange. Right, I'll get the water. I will do a rinse, do a smell again, because this is interesting. So I have the kettle here. I boil the water and then I just put just a dash of cold water in it, so it's not 100 degrees water, okay? So let's just pour it in. Let's rinse this tea. And oh, I was going to say I'm not using my tea tray because last time I made a mess as I went out with it. And I poured it all over on the floor in the kitchen. Luckily not on the carpet. So I was going to say that, and I just poured half of it there. Brilliant. Never mind. Oh, this is tight. Oh, careful. Wow. I have lots of brightness. More like an oolong tea kind of brightness. Oh, this is weird. This is really strange, but in a good way. Oh, you are very hot. Oh, good God. The first thing that came into my mind, because with all of these mixtures, is with banana. They say it's blackcurrant, but to me it came through as not very ripe banana, the skin of the banana. What is resonating here? Stop it, don't do that. Wow, this is interesting. Yeah, so that kind of green freshness, I see where they were coming from when they said this root beer notes. I don't know what is this, wakaucha? I have no idea. Lemon tart, I can see where they were coming from with the lemon tart, because it's that kind of zesty. But to me it smells like the not very ripe banana, you know, that half green, half yellow that you can buy in shops. And there is no earthiness, there is no charred wood or whatsoever. Oh, this is very strange. I quite like it already. Right, let me pour this away because it has the rinse water in it. So let me pour this away and then we can do our first brew. Right, I poured it away. I'm back. And what did it say? 25 seconds. Yes, 25 seconds first infusion, and then put 5 seconds on top of it every. But the maximum number of infusion they recommend 5, Every other black tea they recommend 8, but those are Chinese. This one is Japanese, and they recommend 5. Interesting. Mind you, they are quite right with the amount of infusions when they recommend it. I just find it interesting that I have never seen Mei Leaf black tea before, and I have tasted quite a few with the recommended number infusions of only 5. Oh well. This should be still hot enough, right? Okay. It's pouring time. Make sure that every drop comes out, so nothing stays in the pot. Take it out. Take the thing out as well, like this, so it can drain there. Let's see. Careful with the leaves again. It looks like that they have the stems in it as well. Those are the brown bits. Yeah, they have chopped up stems in the with the leaves in. Maybe that's the secret behind all of this freshness or whatsoever. Oh, come on. Let's put the lid back. It's easier when the lid is back. You don't have to be afraid that the tea is coming out, but you have to be afraid if you scald your hand. That is very strange. So this kind of brightness hits you, then it has some sort of deep underlying heat in it, but not much. The brightness is more dominant. Oh, come on, come back. To the back. There. Yeah, I like to spread the leaves evenly. I don't want them just to be on the front, you know. Yeah, I have this bright green notes. Not like ginger beer now. Can I pick up blackcurrant on it though? But definitely something fruity going on. But it's just lingering. As I said, it just reminds me that greenish banana skin thingy. Right, not much I can pick up on. Oh, hang on. Where shall I put this? Let's swap sides so you can see the liqueur. There. Right. It is not so deep. The color is quite bright compared to other teas, compared to other black teas. It is more on the orange side. It's more on the copper side, really, color wise. Let's see, what else can I pick up on? And I nearly poured it everywhere. It doesn't seem to be a thick tea as I move it around in the cup. I wouldn't expect it to be a thick tea, you know. It's not pu'er, it's black tea. Okay. It is very fresh. It is really a nice, refreshing black tea. I have never had a black tea like this. Um, you know, in my previous video with the Wildwood Black, where I compared it to Grandma's Earl Grey, just because that's what came into my mind. But it is a really good tea anyway. But as I said, it had that kind of balance with the sweet, lemony, whatsoever. But this one, it doesn't have that sweetness like the Wildwood, but it's more on the brighter side. It's more on the lemony, zesty side. And I went straight for the taste, didn't I? And I have to put this again somewhere. Put it here. Let's put it there. Because I want you guys to see the color of the tea. This is the whole purpose why I bought these double-walled glass cups, really, so you can see the color. I don't know how much you can see the color though, probably you can. It's a tiny cup, and I have only one camera and it's over there, and yeah, I am not that well equipped, which is fine, because the aim is to introduce these, well, review these tea for the normal people, average people, not to make money out of this, because I'm not making a living out of tea like the people who sell the tea. I just decided, you know, to review this and see if it is up for their promises. Anyway, back to this tea. It is really light. I would say it's not even medium texture. It's really light, refreshing tea. Yeah, I'm quite blown away how different it is than the other teas. It's really nice. It's not bitter. There are no sharp edges. It's just nice.